Alright, you guys have been asking for it like crazy. Avengers Age of Ultron trailer. Here's how we made it.
Are we working?
So this is the Avengers, and that means it's going to be a big cast. We brought a lot of friends in. I don't think you're in this shot.
See ya.
Get off the porch. So there's a lot of shots of them like sitting or turning or looking or walking in slow motion. All of the shots in the trailer that are in slow motion, I actually shot 60 frames per second. And so you can slow the footage down to 50% and it looks really awesome because it's in slow motion. This is the setup for the quick shot. Looks like it's in like the 1940s or something. It's a flashback or something. It's a party scene. And so we obviously didn't have a big enough space or enough people, so we shot that on my side porch and set up some Halloween lights.
Let's go to the party!
And then there's a light that sort of turns inside the shot, and that's Bianca hiding behind everybody with a utility light. So Hawkeye has a shot where he's running through this wooded forest, and so Bianca set that up on the fence out back and used cardboard strips to make trees. Then there's an explosion that happens right behind him, and that's Bianca with orange Halloween lights dropping them into frame. There's a similar winter setup with Bruce Banner, again white sheets everywhere to create the kind of winter space, cardboard strips that Bianca hung up along with the fake plants that we have. So after we got done with a couple of shots of Justin playing Bruce Banner, it was time to go green. Hulk, are you ready to smash?
Yes.
So he put on some face paint. We got a couple of shots of him out on the back parking area as the life-size Hulk. Most notably was him destroying the fruit cart.
We got oranges, we got lemons.
And we did it in one take. We just set it up and Justin slammed right through it. All right, see you later, Bianca.
I guess I gotta clean this up, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is one shot of Nick Fury in this trailer, played by Sam Jackson, of course. To play Nick Fury, we got our friend Micah. What's up, man?
You know, I wore it back when I was about 5. Yeah, stuck a stick in my eye.
There's really nothing to set up for this shot except for we noticed there's like a toy horse head in the background, which seems really strange, but this is Homemade Movies and it's all about the detail, and so we made it and put that back there, and he takes like 2 steps and it's in dramatic slow motion and it looks awesome. There's a couple of specific shots with Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, and so Arwen came in and did those shots. The first one was we set up a fake room, kind of created the perspective of the ceiling because we didn't have that much space, and then used tape to create the shapes of the room, and there's a light that comes up and angles off to one side. Then there's a shot of her backing away from something scary and terrifying, and there's like a smoking barrel in the background. And so we actually used the idol pedestal from our homemade Indiana Jones. It already has a hole cut in it, it's kind of perfect, so we set that up with the smoke machine blasting into it and then a light inside the barrel just to make it look like there's this lit smoke coming out of the top. Hari's doing me up for Quicksilver.
Probably the best hair job we've ever had on the show.
So when Quicksilver moves, he has these blue streamy effects that come off of his arms and body and stuff, and so we did that with blue Christmas garland.
And 3, 2, 1, action.
Then there's a couple of shots of the Scarlet Witch, and she also has these kind of power tracers that follow her hands around. This is some red gel that I have, and we're going to use this to make the glowing hand trick. So when she moves her hand, it's going to be covered in foil and then covered in some of this red gel. And then in the sunlight, it's going to kind of sparkle and shine, so it looks like it's glowing. And then the Scarlet Witch also has red glowing eyes, which we can't really do with contacts or anything. So we did ping pong balls that I cut into eye shapes and then drew red eyes on there. So for Tony Stark, Dustin came in and got to do his crazy Tony Stark facial hair all over again. So he drew that on with a eyeliner pencil. And then there's a shot with Tony Stark looking at sort of a debris of an Iron Man suit, I think, but we actually used pieces of Tupperware and a cooking tray and one of the Iron Man gloves and kind of created this pile of what looks like a broken robot on the table. For the muzzle flare for the guns, Bianca made these really cool pieces out of water bottles that she spray painted yellow and orange. There's a close-up of a wheel. It looks like a wheel for a gurney. We didn't really have anything that looked like that, except we did have a pizza cutter. So we went up to the hallway upstairs and turned the corner with the pizza cutter. And of course there is the big Hulkbuster suit. So we took pieces from the Iron Man suit that we already had made from our past Avengers and Iron Man scenes. We used these plastic storage containers for like the shoulder pieces, tinfoil containers spray painted gold to fill in the legs. So one of the shots the suit actually transforms and the helmet flips over. These two bits on his arm, they come flying in. So,
So we have them on sticks.
We could do it in reverse too. The whole shot in reverse. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Then there's my favorite shot of the trailer, which is Ultron's glove covered in kind of melted metal. It's like lava, molten, glowing stuff. So we did that with a glove spray painted silver. Yeah, we're making the lava stuff for the hand shot right now. It's going to be cornbread, kind of a mix. It's kind of like a pancake mix. And we're going to add some food coloring to that to make it orange.
And then we're gonna bake Ben's hand.
Yeah.
Orange lava.
So after we got done with all of the life-size stuff, it was time to shoot miniatures. There's a big shot where the robots come flying out of the water and they're scaling up the rocks and stuff like that. So we have our miniature foreground, and then we're actually using my actual house in the background. And to make it look like these guys are climbing up the side of the house, they're on wires right here that line up kind of against the house, so it looks like they're climbing up the house. Then the robots coming out of the water are on strings, which Bianca is operating from here. There's the shot of the Hulkbuster boot slamming down into the street, and that is made out of red plastic Solo cups. So we did Ultron 3 different ways. The first way we did it was a miniature Barbie doll scale that Bianca made, and it has LED lights in the back. So she's putting down all of these twines here for the wires underneath, and then making the chest pieces and the head and stuff on top of it, so it looks like all these mechanics and cords and stuff underneath there. And then for the second time you see Ultron, when he picks up what we're calling the dummy bot, that's a life-size costume that I made out of cardboard pieces, and then on the inside it's like a lot of wires and ropes and stuff just to make it look mechanical. Then for the last time, the final shot, you see Ultron, he's all nice and new and polished, and that is a puppet. So the basic skeleton shape is here. I'm just gonna cut him up a little bit, make him look more Ultron-y. Come with me if you want to live. If you guys are wondering where I got the skull from, I actually got this at Michael's Arts and Crafts for like $2 or something, but it was during Halloween, so that's operated with my hands. There are 2 laser pointers inside of the eye, and then inside the mouth is a red cloth to give it that glow kind of effect. Then I made a chest piece, and I used some shoulder pads, and we shot that out in the back parking area. And that was our homemade Avengers Age of Ultron trailer. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks to everyone for coming and helping out. It was a lot of fun. Thanks to TJ for coming back and playing Thor. Make sure to check out his channel, Ivy League Punk. And make sure to check out the links below to see our version and to see our version compared with the original in the side-by-side comparison. And make sure to subscribe to Cinefix for more episodes of homemade movies every other Tuesday.